Alright, hello all. Welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. Um, so today I wanted to do a little bit of a discussion video about it does appear we may potentially have a hint towards what the next Dokkanfest TUR is going to be. So I want to talk about that now. Now, we are quite a while out from the next Dokkanfest TUR still. Um, Goma just came out a couple days ago. He seems to be really fun, really crazy. I was lucky enough to get him for my Dokkan Day ticket, so I've been using him, and it's just been great. That being said, so with the recent stuff with Goma, we did in the news. It has pointed towards something very interesting, and what that is I think the next Dokkan Fest TUR may be some form of do or coup, or like a tag do coup, maybe even like a joined forces sort of do coup card, some variation of do and coup or do or coup. Now, you may be wondering why I think this. If we head over to the news and we scroll down here, and let's find here we go, the red zone. So this is very interesting. Now, I have not yet done either of these red zone stages. I do need to get to doing them, so I'm not going to click on the actual event details to look at the stats. But I do know that the enemies currently are Tamagami 3 and Tamagami 2. Now, why this is interesting, and I suppose I should point out, I'm not the one who originally noticed this. Um, Someone noticed this. I saw someone notice this on Twitter. I lost whoever it was. Um, I forget. Someone pointed it out on Twitter, though. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. So I started to look into some things and matching the dates around. And I mean, it makes sense to me that based off of the news here, I think we're getting more Diamond stuff. And I mean, it's going to be a Dokkan Fest TUR next. So it's like, I mean, who else could it be other than Majin, Ku, and or Geo? I mean, I suppose they could do something with the Tamagamis, but that's literally it. Because if we look here, I mean, once again, we have Tamagami 3, Tamagami 2. And the next stage is coming on the 28th, essentially. So it's obviously going to be Tamagami 1, that stage. And it's like, who do Majin Ku and Do fight? Tamagami 1. So it makes a lot of sense to have the next Dokkan Fest TUR being Daima related, Majin Ku Do, when you drop the Tamagami 1 stage, because they're the ones who fight him in the show. Right? I mean, it makes way too much sense. Now, why that is important, that is coming on the 28th, is, currently with the Mini Forku and Goma celebration, right? Both these banners are live. If we scroll down here, they both of them, go away on the 28th. They go away on the 28th, both of them. And that is very interesting. Because it's like, if we're adding a new stage to the Daima Red Zone, why wouldn't it, like, why would it be as the Daima celebration is ending? That doesn't make too much sense. Now, it's not like it's guaranteed or anything, but it seems a little odd that they would drop the final stage during a monthly celebration as it ends, leading it, because the next celebration will be starting at that date. And I do have sort of proof of that, and the proof of that is Buhan. I mean, this sort of time slot every year, end of November, is when we get a Dokkan Fest TUR, and this Dokkan Fest TUR does lead into the sort of it's called the Christmas Carnival, although it's early mid-December essentially. Um, so we have known, you know, that Dokkanfest TURs typically tend to land very end of November, and we have known that a data download of some point, some kind, is happening in November, because, and this is the best way I found to sort of show this, the summon point system we do know is getting updated. This banner is getting retired, and we know another one is immediately replacing it on the 28th. So, I mean, obviously, they have to do a bunch. I mean, a data download has to happen for that, right? They, I don't know. It just it makes too much sense. Everything just like coincides perfectly. Like this is when a new celebration starts on the 28th. We know that the current summon point system banners are being retired and new ones, and we already know the lineups. New ones are being implemented, right? And we have the final, or at least the third, I suppose. I mean, who knows if it'll be the final or not. I have to imagine they'll probably add the final stage or final stages, you know, versus like Goma or whatever, during anniversary would be my guess. Um, but it's like really weird that we would get the final stage to this red zone as we're moving into the next celebration, unless the next celebration is also related to Daima, right? Like I don't know. It seems a very very odd that they would do that. Now this isn't anything like guaranteed, but it's a little hint that could potentially come to fruition. Now, I mean, we're still 2 weeks out from this, so who knows, right? And we do have a card, an enemy card asset sort of, for Majin Buu in game from the Daima story event. Now, as you can see here, I mean, he does not have a lot of categories. There actually, as far as I know, there is not a Majin Buu enemy, so I can't look at his categories, but I imagine more or less they would probably be the same. So I mean, there's not really a lot here to work with, especially considering that. I mean, we already have Goma and Mini Forku leading demonic power. It'd be kind of weird if the next character also led demonic power. So I mean, that's what I was saying. Either a tag or what I honestly think they might do, maybe like a joined forces, a sort of Majin Buu do, because then you'd get like joined forces on the category 2, and then they'd have 6. I mean, it's still not a lot, but it's more to work with. Now, I mean, what the hell this leader skill would end up being, I'm not entirely sure. I don't even want to guess. Maybe they'd even make a new category. The Daima category. I mean, who knows? They could potentially. But I just found this really interesting. That we know more Daima stuff is coming on the 28th when we're moving into a new celebration, and it's like I don't know what else that could be. You know, I mean, because we have Goma in game now. We have Mini Forku in game now. We have Mini, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, Glorio, as well as Super Saiyan Goku. Like, realistically, I mean, I think like Tamagami 3 would be cool to get in game at some point. But I mean, they sort of stalled a lot with doing stuff. I'm not really sure if there's a window for like how many people would be like down for like all the Tamagamis and such. Even like Majin Kudu, I feel like people care a lot less about them now. But it's also like they definitely they're not anniversary level. I mean, maybe they could have slipped them into like GDC as a Carnival LR or something, like some sort of either joined forces or tag card of these guys. I think they could have. But I think that window might have passed. But a Dokkanfest TUR, they could definitely do, especially right after Mini Forku and Goma. Now this is very, very interesting as well. and I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Uh, but having many, I don't know, all the Daima stuff like this, it's like, now this isn't like entirely one to one. So we have Buhan here, which led into, I mean, with Global, we did get Jiren at the same time. But for JP, obviously only Gotenks released. So Buhan led into Gotenks here. Now, I mean, with 2023, right? The year prior, it was, who was the Christmas carnival? Wasn't it the three Super Saiyans, the Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and I can't recall the Dokkanfest TUR before them. Honestly, here, let me pull up the previous like 2 years of, and I'll probably go off the JP timeline, just because it'll look more proper. We'll pull up the last 2 years of Dokkanfest TURs and Christmas carnivals, just to show. I mean, there will be some correlation, but it's not like exactly how it was with Buhan and Gotenks. So I'll be right back. All right, so I do have them pulled up. So in 2023 we had Android 21, leading into, like I said, it was from the Android 13 movie. So there's some sort of correlation here with like Android stuff. Um, I mean Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and then in 2022, this one, I mean this, I don't know. I don't think you could really even stretch this, honestly. It's Yamcha leading into the sort of carnival Five Guys, as they're sort of called. I mean, it was the Goku. I mean, the card is called Super Saiyan Goku, but it had Goku. Um, who all was it? Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Gohan, Trunks, I think. Are all the people in the card, sort of, in the like the animations rather, and it's from the Hachiyak special. So this isn't like one to one every year. I mean, sometimes there's some correlation with like Android 21 into these guys. Last year, I mean, it was very, very direct with Buhan into Carnival Gotenks. Um, so who knows exactly what this slot could end up being? But if I were to throw my hat into the ring, I think what it could be, and honestly, let me just pull up the character. Well, I don't know. Maybe, hey, maybe 10 years in, right? We'll see. Here, let me pull up the character real quick, because it is definitely very exciting if I am correct about this. So, give me just a moment. All right. So, this is who I think it is. The Christmas Carnival. I mean, obviously not like this card, right? But Kid Buu. I think the Christmas Carnival could be Kid Buu. I know that sounds crazy. 10 years, winners are Kid Buu, Carnival LR. Um, but if you look at all of this year, they've been trying to sort of touch a little bit of every sort of like part of Dragon. I mean, they did say that the 10th year, all of the year would be a celebration of 10 years. But they wanted to highlight some of the best parts of Dokkan throughout its lifespan. And I mean, we've gotten a new Super Gogeta, a new Super Vegito. Technically, by their standards, a new Vegito Blue, Rose Zamasu, Omega. Like, we're revisiting all of the big stuff. I mean, we got a new Broly, we're getting Frieza. Like, and with leading into the 40th anniversary Dragon Ball sort of celebration we have ongoing, as well as with the sort of big event in January, it seems like they're really trying to celebrate all of Dragon Ball. And I mean, Kid Buu in the past has been pretty big in this game. I mean, he was a New Year's card, right? He was one of the he was the Extreme Int 120 lead. I mean, physical Kid Buu was one of the best supports. You know, he was ran for years. I mean, it's super easy. Not it was good for the time, but I mean, he just got power crept. So like Kid Buu has had a pretty big history in the game, and it hasn't been represented this year. They've represented most stuff this year, but Kid Buu, he hasn't been represented. And we've still been waiting on that LR Kid Buu all this time. I think they really could do the end of November, Dokkanfest TUR, Majin Kudu, into Christmas Carnival LR Kid Buu. That is my official prediction, and I think based off of this, like there has to be something Daima coming. Why the hell would this stage get added the day the Daima celebration is ending? The Daima celebration is ending when this is getting added. Like it doesn't make any sense. It has to be more Daima stuff coming. And what else can it be other than Majin Kudu? And what perfect sort of better way to lead into a Carnival LR, a Christmas Carnival LR of Kid Buu, other than having the newest Majin characters lead into it? Like it just makes too much sense. I feel. So I don't know. We'll have to see. But I think it makes way too much sense. And I just wanted to talk about this sort of real quick and point out we already know that stuff is happening on the 28th. Our new stuff is happening on the 28th. And with that stage getting added then, and the Daima celebration ending then, it seems to me to indicate the next celebration, which will be a Dokkanfest TUR leading into the Christmas Carnival LR, will be Daima. And it's either Tamagami, probably 3, or Majin Kudu. And I'd say probably Majin Kudu. And then, like, what better way to lead into Kid Buu? Like, I think it just makes too much sense. Especially because we have both of the 8th years are going to EZA next year. So getting Omega representation as well as Kid Buu, when those are the characters who were defeated by those Spirit Bombs, I feel like makes a lot of sense. So we'll have to see. You know, we're still, 2 weeks roughly out from the Dokkanfest TUR, about a month out from the Christmas Carnival. But this is my sort of prediction on what's coming. My prediction right now for New Year's is superhero. So I wanted to talk about all this. I think it's pretty cool. We'll have to see if I'm correct in 2 weeks or so. But I thought this was definitely worth talking about and pointing out that, hey, it does look like whatever the next celebration is probably going to be Daima related. And I mean, I just think this is the best way to lead into finally getting Kid Buu at the end of the 10th year celebration. Like, it just makes so much sense to me. I don't know. We'll have to see though. But either way, I'm gonna end this one here. Let me know what you are thinking about this. I mean, it's a little bit of theory crafting, but I'd really like to do these or start doing these. Some more. Definitely fun to do them. Sort of prediction videos, right? But yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.